Hello and welcome back to Expedition 33. We're still standing here with Simon still sitting behind us, and we need to figure out how we're going to beat Simon. And there are a couple of different options for how we're going to do it. We know we can defeat Phase 1 without pretty much any issue. The only ability we can't parry is the long combo ability. And even then, I think we're only like 2 or 3 attempts off being able to combo that or able to counter that successfully. And we have dodged it successfully, I think, so it's not the end of the world. So, how are we going to beat Phase 2? Well, Phase 2, we have proven that we can survive attacks in Phase 2, right? We've proven that. We have successfully survived attacks in Phase 2. This means that our main issue is not how do we, I'm trying to think the right way of putting it. The main issue is not how do we survive a single attack. It's how do we survive multiple attacks and how do we keep going. Because the problem is, the moment that one of our characters drops to 1 HP and is killed, they're out of the fight forever. So what we have to do is make that more consistent. That being said, what I'm wondering is whether there's anything we can do to make it so that we are more likely to survive encounters, right? Instead of making it so we do more damage, is there anything in here that makes it so that we're more likely to survive? Also, I realize we still have the Last Stand stuff on Verso. We should take the Last Stand stuff off of Verso, right? And the Solo Fighter. He doesn't need any of that. I actually don't even know if he needs Survivor. Survivor is incredible if you're thinking about a game like SMT. Right? A game like SMT, this is the ability you need to do difficult fights. In this fight, I don't think so. I think Second Chance is like far superior. And I think if we get hit, we tend to get hit multiple times in a combo. We don't tend to do many combos where we get hit once and then that's it. So I'm going to take Survivor off as well. Also want to take Shortcut off. I think Shortcut might be a trap. So I'm thinking of what we can even do with this. So it gives us speed and crit. I don't really need crit. Let's just look at what speed options I've got here. Base attack has extra. Base attack has extra. A chance to gain AP on free aim. I mean, that's not bad. Yeah. It's not bad. Defense speed. Powerless damage reduction. We don't apply powerless, but I mean Mael already has that. Not that we should be necessarily worrying about that, but Mael already has that. What if I switch to energizing shots here? Yeah. Is there anything else that I think we need to change? Apply shell on applying rush. You don't apply rush. Let's have a look at defense and see here. That was probably our best speed defense, right? Yeah, we could switch to something like longer shell or something like that. It just gives us health defense. That could be good. Just survive longer that way. Yeah, potentially. Or I swap with the Mael one that we saw in there. Makes Mael significantly worse, but it makes him, like, quite a bit better, actually. Yeah, so let's just swap those. There we go. So that's going to make Verso a little bit tankier, which I think is beneficial to us. Let's have a look at the Lumina that we can do here as well. Wouldn't let me select anything. So I'll go back in here and there we go. Now I can move around again. Favorites. Are there any favorites that we're missing? I mean, I think the augmented counter stuff's still good. I think that that's still like solid. I don't need accelerating Last Stand. Also regen, I don't think we need. Although the auto abilities are interesting because the second combat is a second combat. Like Phase 2 is a separate combat. So potentially it's worth putting on auto abilities if we think that it will help us at the start of Phase 2. Yeah, that's definitely worth thinking about. Yeah. Base shield we know isn't really worth it because he just takes the shield away from you and that's the end of it. But something like auto rush could be really good for the start of the combat. It could be something that helps us quite a lot. Let's sort by point cost again. To see what I'm looking at here. Doubles all heals received. Also potentially not a bad move. We double all heals received. It means that whenever we get a heal coming in from CL, it's doubled. Makes him a lot tankier. You know what? Let's take effective heal. Let's do that. By the way, I was thinking, if you were to make like a how do you beat this with infinite amounts of Lumina, because that is one of our options eventually. Things like confident actually go up a lot in priority. Things that make you take less damage. I guess maybe not confident itself, but there are a lot of things that make you take less damage. Presumably the best way to do it is just take a lot less damage and then just stack up your stacking abilities. Just where this new like line of thought has come from. We have the ability to infinitely stack with both Monoko and with CL. We don't need like 20% extra damage because we're going to get 20% extra damage after one turn. What we need is more turns. More turns equals more damage. So that's where my new line of thought's coming in here. Like, get us as many turns as possible. Let's start with you next as well. Also, like, Clair's life. That's something that I think if we were going to do, like, a infinite Lumina run, I think that what we would do is we'd go and learn Clair's life and we just have it on. I think that would make a lot of sense. Also, just while I'm here, let me sort by level here. I want to see how something's phrased. The 1. Max health is reduced to 1. Never mind. I was wondering if it just moved your health to 1 when combat started, but no, max health is equal to 1. So, yeah, no, let's not worry about that. But yeah, I think Clair's life would be the answer. I'm going to do the same thing here. I'm just going to see what she has active and if there's anything we can remove. Like, I'm going to remove Empowering Last Stand. She obviously doesn't need it. Right? Like, that's an obviously, you don't need that one. Anything else that we don't need? She doesn't need Solo Fighter. Greater Defenseless is interesting. I do wonder whether we should buff her heals. She currently has Protecting and Energizing heal. Like, heal with a rush on it would be good, potentially. She doesn't need Critical Break. We don't care about break damage. Break damage doesn't matter. This is part of what I was thinking as well, is does break damage matter at all? Right? Like, warming up. She doesn't need warming up. Why? It doesn't matter. Because she's going to get, that's 15% damage over 5, sorry, that's 25% damage over 5 turns, right? Instead of that, in one turn of her being alive, we can get 20% damage. What we need is her to be alive. I want Accelerating Heal. That's the name of it. Just because I saw it sitting right there. Okay. Let's sort by point cost and let's see what else we can grab her here. It's all this sort of stuff. We're just looking for anything that can be like a nice little boost. Anything that just keeps her tankier. Energizing Attack, Energizing Rush. Gives AP on applying Rush. There's an argument and that's good. Although there's also an argument that we take off Energizing Heal and we try something else. But let's just see what else we've got in here. Heal on applying a buff. Potentially really good for her. She does apply a buff. Yeah, potentially. Yeah. Let's go for Healing Boon, and let's just see if there's anything else that seems good in here. Physical damage to void damage is interesting, only because I wonder whether the boss is weak to void. But I don't think that that's something we're that worried about right now. On applying Rush increases duration. I don't need to do that. Apply Powerful upon applying Shell. She does apply Shell, but we don't care about the extra damage right now. When healing an ally, also heal self for 50%. Potentially good, but I don't think she needs that, because now Healing Boon will give her 15%. Augmented Attack. Shield upon being revived. Death's Door, Critical Break, Critical Moment. I don't need any of this critical stuff unless the critical stuff helps us with something else. Death Bomb? No. Powering Dodge? Increased damage for each consecutive dodge. Successful dodge can stack up to 10 times. That's 50% increased damage. You give up your parrying, but... That's an argument. There's an argument for that. Let's see if we got anything else which is definitely good. Healing Parry. I don't think we need that. Healing Share. Receives 15% of all heals affecting other characters. That can potentially go really well across other characters. Healing an ally also applies Powerful. which is probably the cheaper way of doing what I saw earlier. Yeah. Don't need random defense. So H power. Yeah, I think shortcut is a trick. SOS shell is potentially okay, but she should have shell on 100% of the time in the new world. Let's give her powerful heal. Let's at least give her a way of applying that, I guess. Tainted, no. Weakness gain, exhausting power. I think Dodger is potentially good here. I think that. Seeing what other options we got here. Weakness gain, no. Powerful free aim, gain another turn when breaking. Like powerful when revived. 3 AP on breaking a target. I mean, rush when fighting alone is not terrible, because that means she would get an extra turn, maybe, if she's fighting alone. Then anything in here we can optimize. The only option would be speed, but she kind of needs the current speed that she's got, so let's do that. Right, and then we get to Minoko. Now, Minoko has a whole bunch of stuff, if we look at his active stuff, that's all about breaking things quicker. You know what I noticed when we were in that fight? This did absolutely nothing, right? The only thing that was actually seriously increasing our break bar was Ramasur Bonk, right? That's the only thing that consistently made it move a huge amount. The rest of it made it move a little bit, but like, is it worth having your entire build set around making it move when instead Ramasur Bonk is that? That would also give us an opportunity to change this if we wanted to. Which I think we might. Let's have a look. So, let's have a look here. I don't necessarily need to play again on breaking a target, although it is nice, I suppose, but don't need to. What do we have anything that gives us better speed than that? Like, instead of that, I could take this one that gives you even more speed. That is potentially much better. If you got something that's, like, not crit, that's the one that you already have on. Okay. What's the first one that... So it would be this one. Let's flee to be instantaneous. Give you a lot more health. Make you tankier. Again, if our goal is to make you tankier, potentially that is a better move. Takes a ton of crit off, though. But potentially, that's your better move. Yeah, potentially. Or we go for even more speed. Maybe more speed makes sense for more turns. It's like an energizing attack. Gives you a lot more. Is there speed and crit? Like, is there high speed and high crit? Powerful mark? No. I guess your first one is quick break. Yeah. Just kind of the one we already had. Yeah, so maybe I go combo attack just for the... Wait, that lowered your speed? Oh, was I on this one? Yeah, there you go. Let's go energizing attack. Let's do that. Let's increase speed even further. And then the same stuff in here. I don't need stun boost. Actually, I might want stun boost. I don't need it. I don't need warming up. I don't need critical break. I don't need breaker either. I don't need any of that. Right? This is fine. Energizing parry, maybe. I don't need shortcut either. Not alphabetical. Point cost. We could take second chance. Like, second chance is honestly like the best thing. So we could take it. And then we could also take, on top of that... was the sharing heal one in the 5 costs? I don't think so. I could take augmented counter too. That's quite nice, I suppose. Yeah, maybe augmented... Oh, it's healing share. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to take healing share. And then I'm going to take probably Dodger. There you go. That's what we're going to run with now. And then in here, do I want Demi or Thunder? It is very cheap. It's very cheap and it's 5 blue. Action points. 5 blue. Oh, sorry, it's the wrong way around. But that moves you 3. 6. Low cost. 3. Yeah, there's just nothing that moves it as far, unfortunately. Yeah, I think it's just needed. Sack up attack explosion's your only other option. Cost you 4. Nah, I'd rather have like a cheap thing in there that we can consistently have. Alright. There you go. I've changed my build. We're doing a significant amount less damage. But the benefit of doing less damage is that we should stay alive longer, which will then in turn mean that we stack more, which will then in turn mean that we do more damage. That's my logic. We'll see. Okay, that wasn't so bad. I just had my hand off of the controller so I could turn down the volume slightly. So I didn't realize it was going to be quite so loud, because it's the first bit of loudness we've heard. Alright, Ramasur Bonk. There you go. See, look at that. Look, it's exactly the same break, so yeah, it's fine. Strike Storm.
Time to strike.
Cool.
Time to take risks.
And then Grim Harvest. I'm deliberately using Grim Harvest so that the buff applies to everybody.
It likes you.
Cool. Doesn't seem like her damage has dropped that much, if I'm honest with you. There's another counter.
It likes you.
Yeah, and then you just lower her health, which again doesn't really matter. It's fine. And we now get 3 turns in a row because now we've got extra speed. So actually we're getting more turns in a row, and they're getting less turns in a row. It's crazy. It's like it's a good strategy.
Time to strike.
And now she's back at full health. I was actually interested in whether that would apply to Minoko, but he wasn't lower in health, so I guess it doesn't matter. I want to use Grim Harvest to reapply the buff, right? I don't know why the buff disappeared, actually. Or is it only like a very short amount of time? I'm wondering, wait, is it only a 1-turn buff? Or does it get removed by something else?
My favorite part.
It's still on right now, so I guess we can just pay attention. Yeah, it's a 1-turn buff. Oh, okay, I didn't even realize it's only for 1 turn. Okay, that's fine. I wonder if that's just this boss or if that's the entire game. I just haven't really paid attention to how much buffs do throughout the game. I'm going to use Grim Harvest again because I really want to apply this buff constantly.
Oh well.
There's our counter.
Your turn to dance.
Chroma around CL.
It's locked on you.
And there's another counter. And look at that, we're ready to break it at like pretty much exactly the same time as we were ready to break it before. Right? Like we're not losing anything here by like removing the extra break damage. We're breaking it at like almost exactly the same amount of health.
Cut him down.
Yeah, so I think this is absolutely fine. Steel Strike's gonna do extra damage. We now Gradient Charge and use Doom.
On my love.
Cool. Now we get another turn, and I use Grim Harvest to reapply our buff.
Time to reap. Go strong. Take your shot.
Okay, more Chroma around CL. It's fine.
Time to bleed.
Ramasur Bonk. Now we do get the problem where we don't go into Almighty with him, but does that really matter if we're infinitely scaling? That's the question I'd like you to ask yourself. Seems to me like we did that fight without issue. Okay. Phase 2. This is where we see if it actually works.
Bring it on.
Well, he still died, but that's because I got hit 4 times.
Careful now.
Okay. He will come back due to second chance, though.
Did I die again?
Okay, he died, but he will come back due to second chance, though. Sorry, I just missed the opportunity. I was feeling we had an opportunity to say that twice, so I did. Ramasur bonk or Stalite punches? Guess you should bonk him. Yep. Okay. Shoot a couple of times, and then paradigm shift. Followed by Grim Harvest, which will be a nice buff to everybody.
Here's some help.
Cool.
It likes you.
There's our counter. Nice. Chroma gathers around CL. Don't kill it.
Careful now.
Ow. Well, they tanked
The
it.
bitter dregs.
I knew that there was another part to that one. I just couldn't remember where it came in.
Oops, come back.
I'm gonna heal. Which actually should, I was gonna say should heal Minoko as well. Okay, that wasn't bad. Okay. That was surprisingly okay for a dodge.
Time to
Okay.
read.
Healed back up, all buffed up, we're ready to go. Hey, I dodged it all. Hey, look at that. There wasn't perfect dodges, but they were dodges. And no one can take that away from me. Okay.
Let's have some fun.
I mean, usually by the time the male voice comes in here, we're on to team 2, so like, I'll take what we can get. The Steel Strike in the ultimate form of optimism. Okay. That's fine. CL's about to heal, so I'm not overly worried that she just
Time to
lost her
take
health.
risks.
Oh, she healed anyway, thanks to Claire's life, but that's not consistent.
Time to
so.
read.
There we go. Okay. The other benefit of this strategy is that it does actually give me time to learn the abilities that it's doing. Like, we're not doing a ton of damage to Simon here, but we are learning the combos, which is a lot more than we were doing previously. So I take my advantages where I can. Cool. And all the time we're stacking up. And we're, doing more and more damage.
If I die, so be
Right,
it.
Grim Harvest? Yeah, we're after buffs to everybody, so Grim Harvest. I should have used Doom. No, I couldn't have used Doom because he must have just... Okay, never
Careful
mind.
now.
Oh, wrong timing, but I did dodge
ready.
most of it. You know what? That's good.
It's locked on you.
Okay. But yeah, what was I saying about Doom? Yes, we couldn't use Doom because we probably only got to the point where we could the gradient to use Doom by using that ability on her turn. So yeah, that's why we couldn't use Doom. Right, Ramasur Bonk. I'm going to use Doom this turn though, which will mean that we'll have a slow and a rush on at the same time. Which is fantastic. Do I Steel Strike again? Do I dare? Of course I dare.
Time to take risks.
Now we use Doom.
For my level.
Cool.
Here we go.
Followed by Grim Harvest.
Here you go.
Cool.
It likes you.
Long combo. Cool. That was fine. As long as we don't die on move number 1 when he has the 2 turns in a row, we're fine, because then he can't remove them from the canvas. Right. There's our counter.
What lovely feet.
Stallet punches, I think, is absolutely fine here. It moves me into purple anyway. Yeah, let's do it. Cool. I don't need a perfect recovery. I'm gonna use Defiant Strike because I'm gonna heal on her turn, on CL's turn, so it's fine. Cool. Okay.
Not today.
No point even thinking about trying to dodge that move until I can get, or parry that move till I can get the dodge at the end. If I can't get the dodge at the end, like, what's the point? What are we doing here? Okay, next one's going to be a break. Do I Defiant Strike? Yes, because I'm going to heal on CL's turn. So I might as well Defiant Strike for the extra damage. There's our counter. Ooh, the damage is starting to stack. That's all I'm saying. The damage is starting to stack. Grim Harvest.
Here you go.
Okay. Okay, completely lost, but that's fine. We can res.
Get ready.
Res.
Let's go again.
Cool. Into Grim Harvest. Right.
What did you
Into Portier Crash. Breaks and did, 1.4 million. Still took most of CL's health, but that's okay. Shoot once. I was hoping that put me into Strike Storm. Or a Steeled Strike. Let's Steeled Strike. There we go.
Bring it on.
There's our counter.
Okay.
I still want to use Grim Harvest, but actually I want to use Doom first. Yes. Cool. Then I want to use Grim Harvest.
Here's some help.
Give everyone a buff.
Lovely feet.
Ramasur Bonk. Right. Okay, getting better. Take CL's health. Doesn't matter. Like, I'd love for you to take CL's health every time. It's honestly the best for us. My Steeled Strike got interrupted. No! Do I do it again? Maybe, I suppose. Yeah, probably.
No, never.
I'm not too precious to just do it again. Yeah, we didn't get the heal this time for no reason at all.
It's locked on you.
At least I didn't die. We'll take that. And I got Portier Crash. Yeah. I had AP on the turn to use it. 2.3 million. You see the damage on that is definitely scaling. Okay. Cool.
Watch out.
Chroma around CL. Does mean that one attempt of the fight takes a huge amount of time, lowering our damage. it's more consistent that we can survive turn to turn, but like an individual attempt is now going to take like 40 minutes. Which means that if we fail, it's a lot more investment, but... Well, I mean, we just don't fail then. That's the solution.
Go strong.
Right.
Time to bleed.
Ramasseur Bonk. Okay. Starting to do reasonable damage, given that that does no damage. How much is a counter? 680,000. Alright, Steeled Strike.
Prepare for oblivion.
Grim Harvest. And that's doing 518,000. Which is a lot more than that used to do. 1.4 million.
CL, incoming.
Okay. I have enough for Portier Crash already, so let's do it. It's only 1.7. I didn't crit. Oh, right, that explains it. Because I lowered his crit, so it doesn't always crit, but that's fine.
Not impressed.
Oh no, she might die. Okay.
Your turn to shine.
No! Wait, he didn't have 2 turns originally on the turn list. Wait a second, it added a turn. Oh wait, it must have been her turn. No! No! Screw you, Simon.
Just try.
Alright, well, it's Verso versus Simon, I guess. Versus dead. Well, okay. Alright, long combo. Ow, she's alive. She lives. The problem is the healing in this party is significantly worse. Oh, and we're gonna have shields to Simon because I never fixed that. Alright. She's gonna use revitalization. Virtual Strike, I think is the right move here. Right.
I can do it.
Followed by Mezzo Forte to stay in Virtuals.
Not looking good.
Followed by Revitalization for the heal.
Feeling better.
Cool.
Take cover.
Yeah. Good on you still in the shield. I didn't need that. Okay. Cool. Light speed. Okay, we're alive.
Ready to evade.
That's what matters. We are about to heal.
I'm not giving up.
We didn't heal? I thought I had revitalization on. Okay, Phantom Strike then.
Prepare for annihilation.
No margin for error.
Okay, that wasn't a weakness, which is interesting. Tree of Life for the heal.
You keep going. Overflowing with energy.
I can now use whatever I want to use. Let's use Typhoon for the heal.
The eternity of ice.
Right, steals the shield. 3 turns in a row.
Take cover.
Okay, I got mostly perfect on that.
Ready to
That's not bad. Oh, again. don't know why I tried to parry it that time. I guess I was just seeing if I could. Mainly because I'm thinking we're not going to beat it with Lune and CL. Yeah. Okay. Okay, a counter.
Now's our chance.
There's our Typhoon. Into Lightning Dance. That looks like it's doing so much more damage when the numbers are next to each other. There's our counter. I'm gonna make it kill me. I'm not giving up. Oh. Okay. I think the strategy is good. I think the strategy is sound. I think that the way of recontextualizing the fight is sound. I just gotta not die on CL when it's CL's turn in between. I think I've got to continue that heal CL thing. As in, I've got to heal her when it's an in-between turn. I think that's fine. I don't need to change my... I was going to change my L's build. I don't need to change my L's build. If we get to my L, we've already lost unless we're already going to win. Right? Like, we've already lost unless we're close enough for the win anyway, so...
Your turn to shine.
It's so funny going back to phase 1 and being like, it actually feels like the game's in slow motion. When, say, you know, it's not like phase 1 was, you know, it was easy, but it wasn't like this much of a pushover initially, but it's because we're facing like literally the same abilities but harder. It just seems so much easier. Right.
Time to strike.
Just get ourselves out of the low ranks as quickly as possible there. Grim Harvest.
Go strong.
Cool.
Your turn to dance.
That is embarrassing though. That is more embarrassing. Not the end of the world because it doesn't use our second chant. I mean it does, but it doesn't use our second chant for the second part of the fight. But yeah, it's still not great.
Let's finish this.
I swear, by the way, that no matter what rushes and slows are applied, the exact same turn order happens, like, most of the time, apart from in this first phase, like, we're getting 3-person turns, while previously we were only getting, like, 2-person turns. But, yeah, it looks like Simon maybe just has something in the logic that gives him more turns than you would expect. I don't know. I don't know how it actually works out, but it doesn't seem like any like speeds or slows really affects the turn order, like, at all. But maybe I'm, you know, paranoid. Or wrong. That might be the other word. Wrong. But, like, if I use Rush here, it doesn't actually seem to change the turn order like that much, although it literally just did when I looked at it there, so maybe I'm not giving it justice. Also, I need to lock in a little bit for turn 1 and stop looking at the turn order. Or, like, phase 1. I need to lock in for phase 1 and stop looking at the turn order, because I'm just constantly looking at it and then I'm not actually paying attention.
Prepare for oblivion.
Right.
Let's go.
Grim Harvest. You see where he has a 2-person turn on the side here? It doesn't seem to move that 2-person turn. I guess what would be a better way of putting it is, I think the 2-person turns are locked in, as in, like, it will be him taking 2 turns in a row, and you can't get in the middle of that. I guess so they can remove the dead from the canvas, like, so that mechanic can't be just bypassed by high speed. That's probably the reason.
Now's my favorite part.
Portier Crash. Cool.
My turn.
Cool.
Full deck.
Grim Harvest. I should have used Doom on that turn. That's actually one where I should have used Doom.
Take your shot.
There's our counter.
Your turn to dance.
This seems to mostly target CL. I wonder what the reasoning for that is. Maybe it targets whoever has the highest current health, which would always be CL. I'm trying to think of a reason why it would always target CL. Anyway. Steel Strike? Sure, why
Prepare
not?
for oblivion.
Followed by Doom.
For my love.
Nice.
I feel better.
Followed by Grim Harvest.
To read. For you.
Okay, that broke up a
likes you.
2-turn. Never mind. I've been hit by that second hit every single time on that attempt. Like on this attempt, I've been hit by that second hit of the punch move every single time. I do not know what is up with me on that move. Okay. Defiant Strike.
This will hurt.
Look out.
Well, at least he comes
CL
back.
incoming.
Right. Phantom Blade would break. It's worth using Phantom Blade to break. Yeah.
Lady Luck's smile today.
Then Demier Thunder.
You're outmatched.
Defiant Strike. Doom.
For my love. Here we go.
Followed by Grim Harvest.
Peaceful.
Your turn to dance.
And Phase 2? Yes. I noticed a new mechanic there, by the way, that I just thought I should mention, because it's something that might actually be useful. If we use a gradient ability on CL, it re-triggers Clair's life. As in, if Clair's life hasn't triggered, we can use a gradient move and then it'll trigger. Now, obviously, we can't use gradient 1 move, because that's a light move and it would cancel our stacking. But if we have the opportunity to Doom, we can think about actually whether it's better off just leaving it. Probably is never better off leaving it, but, you know. Phase 2! What are you doing? Light
love
speed.
a dance.
Okay,
Not today.
it's not the end of the world. Getting hit once is not that
Your
bad.
turn to dance.
There's our counter.
Violence.
Demier Thunder only moves me 5. Because I've not started stacking the correct No, that moves me 4. The correct answer is to do nothing and heal. No. The correct answer is... I actually don't know. Like, this is just an awkward start. Guess just attack? Yeah, to move me to a random thing. Oh no, does attacking always move me to Almighty? It might. In which case, yeah, that was definitely the right move. Shoot. And then I'm going to use Perfect Recovery.
I would have lived.
Will also heal Minoko. And then I'm going to use Grim Harvest, which will give us the buffs.
Time to
And
read.
heal. Nice. Okay, I got hit once. Again, being hit once isn't that bad. Being hit multiple times and dying, that's bad.
Your turn to dance.
Like, that's bad, but I can res at least.
Now the fun begins.
2, 3, 4, 5. I can't use Portier Crash. I could use Duelist Storm. I can Duelist Storm here. Yeah. Yeah, I think a million damage is
Ready
worth
to
it.
strike.
Then res.
You can do better.
Okay. That's not too bad. We lost 1 revive tint as the consequence of that. Like, don't overthink it.
Here you go. Careful now.
That one's in the muscle memory. that one's locked in.
My, what lovely
I
feet.
want to use Benisura Mortar because that puts me in the right, that puts me in the right sections for abilities. But yeah, so now we're green into purple, green into purple. Do I want to lower your health deliberately? If I use Steeled Strike, we're in theory mostly fine. I don't actually want to use Steeled Strike here. I could use Perfect Recovery to heal Minoko. I think I will.
That's better.
There we go.
Look out.
Minoko dies, I get second chance, but it does use my second chance, which is
Careful now.
very annoying. Hopefully he still goes back in the turn order at the same point.
Up we go now.
He did, okay. Grim Harvest.
Time to reap. Here you go.
There we go.
Look out.
Light speed. Okay, didn't die. Take your wins where you can. Heal CL, because we don't want CL to die. That also heals up Minoko. Then we use Perfect Recovery to heal again. Right.
Not impressed.
Okay. I think the other thing is, in this fight, just don't get too worried about being hit. Right? There is the argument as well that what we could do is we could switch on that thing that takes away your AP from parry and gives you AP for being hit. Like, that's the ultimate I've given up parrying, but
I am refreshed.
it could be good. Anyway, powerful combo. Well, she's alive. Stallic punches is fine here. It's not great, but it's fine. Yeah, let's do it. I want to start stacking, so let's start stacking. It means we have to use Demi-Ur or whatever, but it only costs me like 2 AP, so let's not worry about it. She's a little low on health. If she dies, then we're screwed. Do I want to heal her? Actually, yes, if she dies, we're screwed because it'd be a 2-turn. So yes, I do want to heal her. Okay.
Incoming.
That is the perfect turn for you to use that, because I'm just going to,
I die.
well, first of all, I'm going to use Doom, which will actually heal her back up to full anyway. Because Clea's life will now trigger.
Swiftly now.
There you go. That's the mechanic I was talking about that I saw in between fights.
Time to read.
There's her buff.
Eyes up, Minoko.
Okay, one hit,
To bleed.
not even worth like worrying about. And little zap. We're mostly fine here. I think Strike Storm is our best move. Yeah,
Time to strike.
because that'll get me as high up the ranks as I can. And then we use Grim Harvest,
Time to reap.
just to continue
Trust.
buffing.
Just try it.
Well, I was right not to use Sealed Strike or Steeled Strike. Yep. Portier Crash, definitely here. 1.7 million.
That's covered.
Not bad. you're going to heal anyway on the next turn, so I'm going to use Defiant Strike for the extra damage. Also puts a little mark on, which we can then trigger with this, which will not only heal everybody, but do a ton of damage.
Your turn to dance.
Okay. That one I always have trouble like getting into the rhythm, but the moment I hit one parry, I tend to hit the rest. So not too bad. We're gonna heal anyway here because CL's gonna have a turn. So let's Ramesir Bonk. She's in fact gonna slow Simon, which is fantastic. Oh, that's the wrong person. Defiant Strike. Same logic as last time we used it.
So be
And
it.
then do.
For my love.
Right.
Time to strike.
Into a Grim Harvest.
I am refreshed.
Okay.
Just try it.
Light speed. Okay. I'm not dying to light speed now. Okay, not dying to light speed. That's actually a huge positive. Like, that is a massive improvement. We're not, like, taking no damage yet, but we're getting closer and closer to a no damage light speed. 2 point... Well, I was going to say 2 point something million, but it's actually just, like, basically 2 million.
This
It was 2.008 million, which I realized was, like, that's just 2 million. Okay.
For you.
Okay. Yes. Don't ask me why I'm better at parrying with Verso than any other character when parrying is literally the same mechanic across every character. It doesn't make sense to me. I guess the animation just lines up with what I think he should be doing in his head. But anyway, I'm going to use Strike Storm to get us to S rank. I'm actually thinking I'm not going to use Steel Strike because I want to have my turns available.
Pinocchio, get ready.
Yep, I had to miss the second hit there because I said when I hit one, I always hit the rest. That was my own hubris.
Good.
Grim Harvest.
Time to reap. Begin.
Cool.
What lovely feet.
4-tier crash. I've also realized because we're healing every turn and she has energizing heal, that's what's giving us all the AP.
Ready to strike.
Like, that's nearly all of our AP generation. Do I use Phantom Stars here? Yes, if I'm not going to use Steeled Strike, I use Phantom Stars. That makes perfect sense to me.
Phantom stars.
Which also gives me a reasonable amount of gradient charge for using it, so no, it's not the end of the world. I forgot which one I was
Your
on.
turn to dance.
So I just didn't even try and dodge the like bit where he does 4 attacks in
so
quick
weird.
succession. Doom.
Oh, my love.
Oh, damage is starting to stack on that quite a lot. And then Grim Harvest.
Go strong.
Perfect.
Try me.
Okay, I didn't release the parry button enough. So instead of parrying, I just held down the parry button on the second one. There we go, almost broken. That's cool. Strike Storm to get me back to S. Yeah,
Time to strike.
didn't quite get me back to S, but I did miss the perfect button, so that would explain it.
Time to reap. I feel better.
Light speed. Cool.
Midlight likes you.
Chroma around CL. We want to heal her on Verso's turn,
Sweet taste
I think.
of battle.
Because I want to 40 or crash on your turn for like 2 point whatever million it is. 1.7 million.
My turn.
Actually, that means I don't need to heal on Verso's turn because it's going to be stunned. So instead, I can Phantom Stars. Yeah, it's going to be stunned on the next turn, so that's absolutely fine.
Time to take risks.
Then I use Grim Harvest again.
Go strong.
Cool.
Incoming.
I've considered parrying the end part of that, but I don't know. It seems too risky.
Time to bleed.
I don't want to add anything that adds more risk to our strategy, because our strategy isn't that risky to start with. Like, it isn't risky at all, so... I need to heal CL on this turn. So if I don't heal her, then there's a chance that she dies on the first of the 2 turns. Well, it'd be first... There's a chance that she dies and creates a double turn situation. That's what I should have said. Right, Doom.
For my love.
Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo.
Feel better.
Every time we do that, I see like the damage just stack up and up and up. It's
Okay.
crazy.
Watch out.
Nice. Chroma around CL.
A bit of violence. Yes.
This is fine then. 40 or crash. 1.9 didn't crit again.
Cut him down.
It's okay. Phantom Stars? Yeah, that's fine.
Phantom stars.
And Grim Harvest.
Time to read.
Grim Harvest is doing 633,000. Exact same issue as last time.
The sweet
Just held down
taste
the
of
button,
battle.
but I meant to release it. Okay. Do I want to heal CL? No, but I think it's the correct move. Yeah.
Foolish move.
How much does one of these do? 550,000.
It likes you.
Alright. We're at a new PB, by the way. But I just mentioned, not to jinx things, but we are at a new PB.
Go strong.
Careful now.
If I'm at full health, I might think about
Now's my
parrying.
favorite part.
I'm not going to parry at that much health. That's not going to happen. I was only 1.5.
Cut him down.
Oh, I was kind of expecting a little bit more out of that, but whatever.
Here's a gift.
Teal.
Not impressed.
Okay, that was horrible. Luckily, I have a heal in the middle, but I'm very happy I decided to heal CL, because that was atrociously bad.
For my love.
Okay,
Good.
right.
Here you go.
It likes you.
She's dead. We're fine. This is the problem with fights being longer, is that like you have to be on it for like the full fight. As in, you have to be
Time
on
to
it for a
end
lot
this.
longer. You can't just be perfect for a short amount of time. In games like in like Souls games, this is a problem as well that people run into. Is they have a build and they're like, oh, okay, well, you know, I can sit back and I can dodge and I can stay back and I can play defensive. And people who play defensive in Souls games tend to have a huge issue that some fights it feels so much more difficult to win. And those are usually fights where it has like a move that'll just kill you in one hit. And the reason why that is because you're doing so little damage to the boss. You're seeing that move that will kill you a lot more. You'd actually be more defensive by being more aggressive, if that makes, or you'd have more chance by being more aggressive because you're seeing the moves that will kill you a lot less often because you're doing more damage because the fight is shorter. Sure, it's slightly more riskier on every like move that's coming to hit you, but it's slightly more risky over a much shorter length of time. So you only have to be right once. You only have to do it correctly once. So, anyway, we're gonna rest.
Let's go again.
I'm off my soapbox. Cool. Okay, we're back to the start. We're back to neutral territory. Grim Harvest. Don't have a phase 3, please. That would make things so much worse if you have a phase 3 and we're building up to that. Stalactite punches is awful for us, but we want to continue stacking, so we stalactite punches. The frame rate on using stalactite punches is so bad. I have no idea why. It's only on this one. The expedition is removed from the canvas? Okay. Right. Okay. Just taking a moment to accept the new reality.
Ready to power.
Right. Oh, and it's more difficult, of course. Right.
I'll do it. Not looking good.
Okay. Do you have ability to heal? I guess revitalization is your ability to heal.
Everybody,
Revitalize yourself.
let's go. I'll do it.
Thinking. That's what. Sorry, I wasn't meant to just say the word thinking. I was just meaning I'm thinking about it. What this means for us is that realistically, we either need to change Mael and Lune's build significantly, or we have to sacrifice either CL or Monoko. Yeah. Okay, I think I know what it means. I think it means that we have to sacrifice CL to the second half of the fight. We use Mael's stuff with CL, and we use her as a gradient generator for CL to do massive damage. Yeah. That's what we do in the second half of the fight. In the first half of the fight, we change Lune's build so she fulfills this current role that CL is currently doing for us, right? We change her build to a healer. That allows us to do the Monoko stuff with Verso and Lune. CL is probably our highest ramping damage. By that I'm meaning we can get to her damage max so much quicker if we use Mael, because we can probably use her whatever it's called. Let me find it. We can probably use her Doom move like every turn, every 2 turns with Mael. Probably every turn. Which means that she can have 2 turns every turn, which are also then going to be hitting a ton of damage each hit. That's our play. I'm not a fan of the phase 3. Let's just put it that way. I think it's a little cheap, would be my initial response to it. Okay. But it is what's there. We're going to have to switch. On the positive side, we reached phase 3 without having to resort to using more lumina. The reason why I bring up that we reached phase 3 without having to use more lumina is it means we all... I don't know why I left there because I was wanting to come back in here. It means we always have the option of applying more lumina, right? There's always the option that we just do the fight exactly as we are now with CL, Verso, and Minoko. But we juice up Lune and Mael to an absurd level. And then all of a sudden we roll into the third phase of the fight with them as gods, essentially. Well, I mean, like, Mael is a god, but let's ignore that for these purposes. But we could do that. Anyway, I'm gonna end the episode there. I think this is a good point to end the episode, given I ended up calling the first one phase 1. I guess this one is phase 2. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.